So, Spencer got to play his shark dating simulator, and...
Oh, I got to. What a treat.
Well, then I was looking for... Jeez.
Oh,
okay, that's very
fuck.
loud.
The Bay team.
Alright, so, yes. Spencer got to play his shark dating simulator, and then we were looking for another quick dating simulator game that I could play. But everything looked like just Japanese anime porn.
It's called hentai.
Hentai! Where instead of dating, it's more just seducing a bunch of cartoon women to get their clothes off. So instead, I found something that's truly about love, called Purrfect Date, where you are a cat, I hope, trying to date other cats.
We'll find out.
We're going to find out.
I was just going to say I might only get you are a person.
This is definitely me.
Look at them teeth. Sir Nicole.
There. Meow. I'm here to find some...
What?
I,
Some
as a
cats.
cute Mr. Pusk, will go find a nice lady Pusk.
Some kittens.
I'm not sure how long we've been sailing, but it feels like forever. Oh, this one starts on a boat, too!
Careful of sharks, I was just going to tell you.
I'm not feeling too well now, so it's a huge relief to hear the deck lad shout.
Pussy! Island approach! Make yourself ready!
Thanks, Joe. I'm finally here. When I applied last month, I was just another broke student living off of baked beans and didn't really think I'd have a chance of being accepted.
Students don't live off baked beans, they live off ramen.
To part of this prestigious Cat Island research team. I still don't know if I'm a person or
What's
a
up
cat.
with us and being on research teams?
Yeah.
You're on a cat research team, I'm on a fish expert team.
You're a fish scientist.
Yeah.
You just fuck sharks, which is still a little
Hey
fucked
now.
up. Yet here it is, the little black dot in the distance, growing bigger and big. That's a squiggle. Is the infamous Cat Island, the place I will call home for the next few months. My heart momentarily skips a beat. What if there's been a mistake? What if they accepted someone else's application accidentally sent it to the office offered to me? I rummage about in my bag until I find my papers.
There are little particles floating across the
Dear
screen.
dear Nick, we are pleased to be able to offer you the position of research assistant to Professor Popper at our research facility on Cat Island. The position will be for an initial period of 8 weeks. Your contract will be sent separately. We look forward to working with you. Yours sincerely, Professor Popper, PhD, BCS, BSc, Hans Dippucker. No mistake. That's my name right there in the left-hand corner, Nick.
There are a lot of nicks, so...
There are. I look up from my papers to see dry land rapidly approaching before us. It seems to be surrounded by a huge barrier of impenetrable black rocks.
Skull Island.
As we get closer, we're not slowing down, and I begin to worry that we're going to crash into them. At the very last moment, we take a sharp turn. This is a lot of preamble. Nicely done, Skipper! That's not my voice.
Yeah, that's your voice for the rest of this time.
The ferryman comes out from behind the steering wheel, ignores my attempts at
Camaraderie.
thank you, and shouts rather brusquely.
Take all your belongings. We won't be back for days, so don't leave nothing you'll need.
Thanks, Bob. Thank you!
It's Fat Albert.
I smile weakly at the ferryman and his son and pick up my bags, ready to
Don't snore
disembark.
at me, boy.
We glide seamlessly up to the wooden jetty, and the sun leaps ashore to tie us off. He's greeted by a bulky man in uniform, who I take to be the security officer of some kind. We're learning about a lot of new characters here. Joe. Oh, yes, sorry, that's you.
Oh, I could.
Do you remember his voice?
No. Sir, you caught me. You caught you a mouse.
And then he laughs loudly. Ha! As though he said the funniest thing he's ever heard.
Hear that, dude?
It's very disconcerting. That was just me. The security guard remains surly and turns his attention to me.
Let's be having you then.
He holds out his large hand, which I assume is an offer to help me off the boat. But as I reach out to take it, he snatches it away, throwing me off balance so that I almost fall off the side. What a great start.
Douchebag. ID card?
Oh, I see. Of course.
That's your
I
voice?
reach into my back pocket, I haven't decided yet, and hand over the laminated card I was given on the mainland.
Fuck accent is that?
Nick. Date issued. January 1st of 2017.
Happy New Year.
Meow.
A year ago.
He barely looks at it before striding off, grunting over his shoulder.
This way.
Grunting. This way. Follow him down a dirt track path and get to my first proper view of the island. It's beautiful, lush and green, and already under its spell. After no more than a couple of minutes trekking, we're in base camp, which consists of an assortment of tents and huts. Among them are two more solid-looking structures, one larger and one smaller. I presume these are the labs. The whole camp is moderate but functional. It reminds me of an army outpost. I'm struck by the lack of people. In fact, there's no one around apart from an older woman sitting outside, peeling a pile of potatoes. I smile and give her a little nod, but she just stares back at me. Try not to get paranoid. He stopped at the largest of the tents, indicating that I should go inside. I feel rude just walking in, so I make my presence known first. Hello? A firm but friendly voice calls out.
Come!
Oh. I walk in and there he is, hunched over some
David
documents.
Letterman.
The great Professor Popper. Sir, it's an honor to meet you.
Yes, yes, you must be Nick. Come on in, my dear. Glad to have you on board. Good journey.
Well, long.
Ha ha, like my Dick. We're rather tucked away here. Let me offer you some refreshment. Water, coffee, something stronger perhaps? Whiskey? Don't get a shake with Bailey's in it.
Just some water would be great if you have some.
Now that's something we have an abundance of. There are plenty of safe natural springs on the island, but we have the bottled kind too.
I'm relieved as he passes me a bottle. I'm not too keen to start drinking from natural water sources until I've personally checked that they're not used as cat urinals.
It will take you a while to find your way around and discover how it all works, so for today, I thought I would just get you kitted out. Maybe introduce you to some of the locals. The cats, that is.
Oh, I've only met the ferryman and the security guard who brought me here.
Yes, that's about it.
And the lady outside?
Ah, Mrs. Marigold. Her and her husband are the caretakers. A wonderful couple, the Marigolds. You'll meet them before too long. We're a tidy little family here, Nick, and I'm sure you'll fit in nicely.
Thank you, sir. I hope so.
Okay, so first things first, this is your basic kit.
He begins going through a pile of things on his desk, explaining each of them in turn.
This is your backpack. It's a backpack. This is a water bottle. You drink from it. This is some disinfectant hand spray. And these are gloves. You don't want to get scratched now. Cat scratch fever!
I suppose not. I shove each item into my new backpack as he gives them to me.
Likewise, these goggles. You wear them.
He indicates to a small pile of what looks like laundry.
This is clothes. There's a camp kit, a knife. I'm having a stroke. Most importantly, catnip.
Oh, catchy decks!
Yes!
He holds up something that looks a lot like a mobile phone, except it clearly is not
This
one.
is your catalog!
Oh, I approve. Catalog?
It's a log for cats to sit on. The name comes from its earliest version. It was initially designed to record and store data on the cat, scan them, and log their details. But
Cat scan.
as you see, we've come a long way since then. Now you can use it to communicate with the rest of our team. I've added everyone's contact details for you. Listen to music, take phones. There's even a pen that comes with it to insert microchips into the back of cats' necks so that we keep track of them. It's a very valuable piece of equipment, Nick, and I need you to protect it above all else. Do you understand?
He's looking at me directly in the eye and clearly
Well?
expects a response.
Well?
Yes, sir, of course. I will look after it.
Good! Ha ha ha! You'll get to know all the functions as you go along, but for now I suggest we take a stroll out. See if you can't find a few friends to introduce you so you can try it out.
He hands me the gadget. I feel a bit nervous taking care of it, or charge of it, but also really keen to have a go. Let's go meet some cats.
I felt like I was giving him like an old version of Bane's voice.
Yeah, it did sound like an elderly Bane. We head down to the beach. The
Professor-
professor explains things as we go.
I'm Professor Bane! The mixture of terrain on Cat Island is quite unique. Mountains, forests, jungles, beaches, woodland, geographical and ecological zones.
Certainly is.
Even the lack of wildlife is in itself quite remarkable.
What do you mean, Professor?
It's just cats! There's a force field that surrounds the island, disallowing anything to enter.
That's bizarre. You mean literally anything?
Absolutely. No birds, fish, or creatures of any kind can penetrate it.
Not a good enough excuse to use the word penetrate, but forgive my lack of intelligence on the subject. We are here?
I see what you mean. Well, there is, of course, one small break in this invisible wall, and that is where we built the jetty. But let's not get too bogged down in all this right now. What you need to know is that basically the island is shaped like a peanut.
He's picked up a nearby stick and draws a simple map in the sand, resembling a peanut.
Peanut!
There it is.
This is our end of the island. It's very well known to us now. We've been researching here for many years. The other end is not so familiar to us. We've encountered difficulties that have hindered our progress in the region. Oh,
What type of difficulties, Professor?
well, we're not sure as we'd like to be, but what I can tell you is the environment has an adverse effect upon humans, including nausea at the very least.
And at the worst?
Death.
Gosh, that is serious.
As I say, it's best to keep away, but let's not get into that, my dear. We've had a long day. For now, let's just say that we refer to the far end of the island as
The danger zone!
for a reason. It's Kenny Loggins' song. Have you never heard of it? Ever seen
Here
Top
first
Gun?
to the map once more, drawing a line just past the center and an X through it. The end section.
It's also on the show Archer. Yeah, there's aggressive for cats. Unlike our lovely fellows closer to home.
He has led me to a spot where there are a few cats are lounging about.
What do you say we try out your catalog now?
He stoops down and picks up one of his animals. Of the animals, a disgruntled-looking cat who's sleeping under the shade of a palm tree.
You'll have to help me with some
Ooh.
cat faces.
The cat lets out a displeased mew.
Ah!
But doesn't struggle. Its large body billowing with long orange fur just sort of hangs in the professor's arms in lazy
We
resignation.
named this one Wilfred Brimley. Would you like to have a go at scanning this delightful little
Would I?
pusk?
I find the on switch and somewhat timidly activate it. Gadget immediately comes to artificial life, emitting a boop, boop, boop sound with a red pulsating light.
Boop, boop,
Select
boop.
the
That's
applicable cat
correct.
scan, and it loads instantly. There's no delay on this thing. The professor holds the cat towards me, arms outstretched. I scan it. I blow to make a parting and press the catalog to its skin. It's a bit like scanning groceries
Jesus.
at the supermarket.
That should do it.
And he plops the Marmalade Tom back into his shade.
Marmalade Tom.
Sure enough, upon withdrawal, I find
That
the cat
will be
has
his
been
name.
successfully scanned. Floofy Butt. Oh, he's adorable. Meow. Floofy Butt, gender male, 10 years old, and 4 months. He's a red tabby Persian, and his
Oh
eye color
my.
is red.
It's a Pokedex for cats.
I'm enjoying this. Amazing!
Clever, isn't it? A large part of your job here will be to tag and scan the cats. Tag 'em and bag 'em, such as Mr. Floofy Butt here. But it looks like you'll have no problems at all in that area. Excellent work, Nick.
Thank you, sir. I can't wait to get started.
Is this a dating sim? Well, why don't you get a bit more practice with the catalog and scan the rest of them while we're here? These 5 spend a lot of time together. They're like a little family, aren't you? Oh, yes, you are.
He seems to really like cats. Okay, here goes. No help this time.
I wish I knew how to do a Letterman voice.
He steps back. The first cat I approach is very friendly with beautiful calico markings. Comes towards me, already purring.
Meow.
Oh, Trixie. Boop. Trixie, female, 3 years, 8 months, calico American short hair, green eye colors. Next is an elegant, sleek, hairless cat sitting gracefully in the sun. She doesn't pay much attention to me and allows me to scan her with minimal fuss. Snooty booty.
Are they all going to be butt themed except for their
So
the
far
one
they
Trixie?
are, yeah. Fourth cat I approach is a noisy one.
What the fuck are you?
Meow, 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 meow.
What the?
McMurphy. Nothing
They're
to
all
it, but-
winking in their pictures. Brown crossbreed.
Finally, the one I've deliberately put off until last has been skulking around the edges of activity, eyeing me suspiciously as though he's ready to pounce at any moment. I laugh at myself, haha, already projecting personalities onto these animals.
Hey, how's it going?
Kibbles. Hiss. A white British Longhair.
All done. I hope you enjoyed meeting some of the locals.
The professor lets a little laugh.
I have a feeling you'll get to know them quite well in time. It's probably enough for your first day, don't you think? It's quite a lot to take in.
I'm suddenly exhausted. I was great a minute ago. I'm grateful to head back to camp.